Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Sauron channel. Today we're doing something a little different on the channel. I'm still feeling a little sick, but I was gonna spend some time just drawing and I was feeling lonely and I figured, you know what? Actually, I always wanted to do this on the channel. Just go through some of my personal projects and show you all what I've done in the past and also like things that I have been working on kind of on my own. Way back, like years ago, there was someone who was like, hey, you mentioned that you have OCs. I'd love to see them. So you know what? This is to you. One viewer. If you're still watching the Sauron channel, let me know. I hope that you enjoy this. I think this will just be a fun low-key little thing. Talk about character design, what I like to do in character design, and etc, etc. So what you're seeing right now in front of you is one such example of a character I've designed. Her name is Mimori Mitsuki. In general, I don't really make OCs too often. I used to when I was younger. I was like a big writer. More recently, in recent years, it's usually been because of like tabletops and stuff. So this is one of those examples. This girl Mitsuki is actually from a tabletop that I had designed called Smile. Shining, Sparkling, Magical Miracle. It was obviously a magical girl campaign, but I ended up playing it with only one player, so it was just me as the game master, the GM, and one player, so it was the two of us. And the system, the setting that I had written for it was that there are 7 magical girls always. There are 7 magical gemstones that grant them their powers. So I had to design 6 other magical girls. So this is one of them. I'd come up with some original designs for these magical girls a couple years ago, and then I just didn't really get around to updating them. But I can show you, let me pull up her magical girl form as well. Again, this is a little older art, so you'll see the difference, but you could pretty clearly see the shift over the years. In this setting, each of the magical girls had like alliteration for their magical girl name or whatever, along with their gemstone. So hers was Moonstone. So she was the Moonstone Matrix. Mitsuki is like a super genius, but also someone who comes from a pretty underprivileged family, so she works a lot. She's always tired. She used to go to this really prestigious school on scholarship because she was just that brilliant. She was like the student council president, etc. But she ended up changing schools. One, because her prestigious school didn't allow people to work part-time and she needed the extra money. And two, it was just taking too much time. Like it was too long to commute. It wasn't worth her doing all that studying, etc. But she's someone who's like good with technology. She likes to code, play games in her own free time, etc. So she's very like computery. She ended up being a very cybernetics magical girl. So I took a lot of inspiration from things like Infinite Stratos, as well as Code Geass, like the Nightmare Frames, Nanoha, as well as things like Mobile Suit Gundam as well. I think Dragoons are the coolest thing. If you don't know what a Dragoon is, maybe I'll show it on screen. Dragoon is like an acronym for something, but they're basically like remote armaments that follow your opponents and shit. It's just like they're like kind of heat-seeking missiles, but like a next level up. They're cool. I think they're cool. Another thing about her that I really liked, and this is what I want to emphasize in character design, one of those kind of like truisms about character design is that it's always nice to have motifs that reflect the character in the design, right? Like if we talk about, for instance, Yoimiya, she looks like she just came out of a festival, right? Everything about goldfish, because like goldfish scooping, or like whether it's a little pouch she has, I forget what they're called in Japanese, the fact she's wearing a yukata, etc., right? She's very clearly a girl from the festival. In Mitsuki's case, I had written into her backstory that she had ended up taking an injury and so wasn't really an active magical girl anymore. So she had ended up taking some pretty severe burns to her arms. So she lost motor function, lost most of the senses in her fingers. And so I always wanted to give her clothes that were baggy and long sleeved. And so in every single design that I've given her, I always made sure that she has something that like covers her arms. It's not that she necessarily minds, but she knows that it makes other people uncomfortable when they see the burns. So she's always hiding them. There are a couple other designs from this campaign that I really like. So I mentioned that all the magical girls had like alliterative magical girl names. So this was the Sapphire Phoenix, which isn't technically alliteration, I guess, but you know what I mean. It's still like it has the same sounds in it. So this is the girl who ended up actually burning Mitsuki. I just really liked how her design turned out. I wanted a girl whose hair was literally on fire. That was kind of like my guiding motif, and then everything came from that. There was a lot of Shinto mythology and shrine related things that I put into this setting. So I ended up giving her a more like traditional Japanese style magical girl design. But since we're talking about this campaign anyway, we can also talk about Hanabi, who is like the kind of channel mascot and has become my face on the internet somehow. Their whole gimmick was that I wanted to design them so that they were the least possibly magical girl there is in the setting. So I was playing with a lot of things that were breaking conventional magical girl norms. Fundamentally, for instance, like they go by they, them pronouns. So like they fundamentally aren't really a magical girl in the first place. They also don't transform ever. In this setting, the way I'd set it up was that, you know, when there's like big things that go on and magical girls are needed in the setting, then 6 of the gemstones will wake up and then find magical girls to work with. And then one of the gemstones of the 7 will go to rest. And then when the crisis is over, they'll flip-flop. It'll go back to the 1 being active and the 6 going to rest. And so Hanabi is the 1. And so during the like story arc, they would be the one who can't transform because their gemstone is asleep. But overall, I just kind of wanted to make a character who I felt like was very much a teenager. I put a lot of myself into Hanabi, which is why they ended up being kind of my face, because they just felt like a convenient character for me to associate with, because they were me. They just were me. I put a lot of myself into them. Some of the design aesthetics, like for instance, the more traditional looking ribbon in their hair. One of the reasons for this is because they're actually the Guji of the shrine. Their family was kind of the owners of the shrine, and then it passed down to them, and so now they're the owner. And so I wanted something that was like reminiscent of a shrine maiden, but obviously I didn't want them to be presenting feminine, so I chose something that was like kind of in between. I thought it was a low-key way of pointing it out while also still giving them a very modern look. The way I always describe Hanabi is that they dress in a way that I would have thought was cool when I was 15 and they're 15. Like the ripped skinny jeans, the red Converse, the flannel, the extra double belt. Like the choker, everything. They're cute because they look like they're trying to look cool, which they are. They are trying to look cool. I think that's really cute. I've never actually tried to design what their magical girl form would look like because, again, it's not something that you would ever see in the story. So it was something that I chose not to design. But I've always envisioned that it would probably be something kitsune-y, something fox-y, and that's why they have like a fang, for instance. That's why they have the angled pupils. I want them to have that kind of fox nature to them. It was to the point where when I was designing them, one of the character traits I had chosen was like, oh, the way they laugh is like, yeah. I don't think that stuck, but it was one of the things that I'd put in their original design. I won't talk about them too much, but I'll show some of the other magical girl designs just because they exist. So like, for instance, this one. This one was more a water-focused one. She's like the prim and proper type. She does ballet, so I went with a like water ballerina aesthetic, which I thought was cool. This is like one of my favorite just colors-wise. This girl really likes childhood like fairy tales and stuff, so a lot of her magic was around things like that. Things like Cinderella, Snow White, etc. And so she has a very princessy design. There are also other character designs I've done recently. So this is a Soul. A Soul is a character I designed for a Fate game with my friend. The same friend who I actually played that magical girl campaign with, and they were running the game. And so a Soul here is someone who was once a sister, someone who used to be a person of faith, but ended up being labeled as a traitor by the church and realized how corrupt the church was. I always like this narrative in stories. I always go with like, the church is corrupt, the church is corrupt. So that's why they have like a very sisterly look. She was an interesting character to play because personality-wise, I made her very dogmatic. She was the type who, no matter what, even if I get betrayed 100 times, I will forgive someone 100 times. She was a fun character to play because she was always willing to help everybody, and so it was really easy to kind of slot her into stories. She always was trying to help. And that also meant it was really easy to set her up in ways that she got into trouble. There were a lot of cool conversations I had in character with the other NPCs of just like, the way that you treat yourself, the way that you're approaching these problems hurts to see because we care about you. It was like one of those things of like, why don't you ever rely on us? Why don't you trust us to help you? And so it was like, I think it was just like, it was such a fun dynamic to play with of, you know, she's the hero type, but she's the tragic hero type. I played her in a way that I wanted her to emphasize that heroes are not good things. You're not supposed to try and solve problems by yourself. Nobody is able to hold the weight of the world on their own shoulders. It's just not human. Her whole thing was like she accidentally killed someone trying to save this girl who was being basically kidnapped. And so that's why she got labeled a traitor. She tried to run away with the girl, but the girl ended up dying. And so ever since then, she's really like punished herself for that, right? Like she failed to save them. She killed someone with her own hands. And so that's why she turned so dogmatic and like, I have to help everybody. I have to be the one to help everybody. I have to be able to help everybody, even if that means destroying myself. And in some ways, she wants to destroy herself because then it's like due punishment. That's how it should have been. Just some other random ones here. This was like a design I was playing around with for just funnily enough, you can see a Yu-Gi-Oh campaign. I just wanted to create a ditzy like airheaded character. there wasn't really anything deep to her. I had fun designing it. Airheaded character. This is another just kind of like sketch that I'd come up with for something. There was this tabletop one-shot setting that I was writing up but I never finished about like, you're an up-and-coming alchemist who's about to take your exam to become a licensed alchemist. So you've been living with your teacher teacher, your master alchemist for the past couple of years, and his daughter, who's basically your older sister at this point, like a sister figure in your life. She's one of the Knights of the Guard. She was put in the campaign as like a kind of support character who can help you get what you need for your license exam, right? Like if you need to go hunting for materials or whatever, she can be your sword and shield kind of thing. I want to capture a sense of like her being a rising star, like her being viewed as very talented. And so I want to give her this cooler look. And you can see it's still a rough draft. So there probably would have been things like symbols or like design logos on her coat, for instance, that would then indicate like, okay, yeah, she's part of the guard. Now, this one's an older one. This is my girl Estrella Lashlight. I think one of my friends back when I was still playing Arknights, I think they had made an Arknights OC and was showing it to me. I was like, that sounds like a really fun idea. I should do that. Hope you're doing well, Ray. But yeah, Estrella here was very much supposed to be like the sleepy EP girl. He's super reclusive, super antisocial, has like very strong adopted daughter vibes, who's come from a traumatic background and so doesn't get along with anybody except the exact one person she's grown attached to. She's supposed to be from, I never learned how to pronounce this, Kashmir? Which is like the horse nation. So she grew up idolizing Zofia. That's why her code name is Lashlight, because she's copying Wizlash. The thing I designed her whole character around was that like she was a girl who grew up in the slum. She's kind of literally an alley rat. You might be able to recognize the cape that Estrella here is wearing, but that coat is like, the background lore was supposed to be that as Zofia was coming home from that party, she happened to see this girl who was starving in the streets and was like, hey, I'm sorry I can't do anything for you, but it's a cold night, please stay warm at least. From that moment, Estrella became like a die-hard Zofia fan. Like this coat is her most cherished belonging. Her gimmick was supposed to be that she has like electromagnetic powers. In the underside of her coat, she was supposed to be wearing a bunch of just like scrap metal. And so her sword is actually just a hilt, and she basically uses it as a conductor to then manipulate the scrap metal into a whip sword, because whip swords are the coolest thing ever. She's always a little bit staticky. People don't like touching her because they get shocked. You can see it kind of here. Most of her skin is covered by this bodysuit. But yeah, overall, I very much designed her to be like the kind of character you'd want to pat the head of. Yeah, you can see here I was just drawing her like casual clothes and stuff too. Or this like disheveled her waking up. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of vibe she's supposed to be. It's just like that. Yeah, I guess this is like one of those very, very early concept pieces. This is why I always say, make sure you save everything. It's always fun to look back. And at the very least, you can look back and be like, wow, I've improved so much since then. But it's just so cool looking back on what I was thinking back then. Some random other drawings. Wow, I drew a lot of Estrella, huh? Anyway, those are the big ones, so I'll stop there. All that to say, I think character design is really fun. I kind of lost the plot at some point and just started actually just rambling about my characters, but I really think that the most important thing for character design is loving what you're doing and putting things that you care about in the character, because at the end of the day, if you don't love the character, why would anybody else? Right? Anyway, if you somehow made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Now you know a little bit more about me, the kinds of things that I like, and the way that I design my characters. If this inspires you to design more characters yourself, share them with me in the Discord server. There's a Discord server in the description below. I'd love to see them. There's a place where you can post art and stuff. Anyway, stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you when I see you. You want to give Hanabi a kiss on the cheek? Mwah. Is that just me kissing myself on the cheek? Okay, bye. Bye.